Hi, Vortex. I listen to a lot of African music. I know that I've mentioned this before, but I have invisible melanin, and I actually don't think that this is something that I'm exaggerating. I've been told by a lot of black people that I have black in me, and technically that's true because we all come from Africa. So I don't mean that in like a purposely politically incorrect fashion, you know. It's hilarious how much people get triggered and you're not even saying anything that's slightly offensive, you know? It's just their candy ass. It's just the way it goes, folks. The world is stupid. Anyway, I want y'all to see this. I'm about to have a picnic over there. I'm really excited. I went over there by myself last week, and when I went home, I didn't smoke any weed, which is weird because that's just a regular part of my routine. Not that I haven't been clean before. I've been clean for several periods of time, you know. Trying, not trying. A lot of people think it's so hard to give something up. I mean, the hardest part about it is the routine. The hardest part about it is the, just the habit. I feel like habits are a lot harder to break than addictions because a habit is so easy to excuse, you know? It's not destroying your life. It's controlling your life, but it's not destroying it. So with that rationale, you can just keep on going and wasting money and throwing away brain cells. And, you know, if there's any case to be made over, you know, limiting your drug use, I would say that it's just all the stuff that you could do instead. Because I've just noticed, like, this past week, I've felt better. You know, I've still been emotional basket case, but that's fine. What's new there, you know? But I've been talking to a lot more Christians, and I've just been reading the scripture, and I've just been trying to talk to my friends more. And I have noticed, like, significant improvement. I'm not saying I'm giving up weed. I'm trying to put myself on a weed diet. Same thing with curse words. It's a lot harder to stop cursing, though, than it is to stop smoking weed. And it's actually easier because I have a lot of greenery. So I actually think it's easier when I have it than when I don't have it, because then it's like, oh, I could do this if I want to do it, but I'm choosing not to. I'm choosing to have this high resolve, pun intended. But yeah, so I'm the only one here at the park. There's hardly ever anybody here. Now, I know it's pretty early in the morning, but I mean, every time that I've driven past the park, I only see like a couple cars over here. Well, it's a very small park. It's kind of in an awkward location, but, you know, you gotta enjoy the little things, especially now. That's the last thing they want you to do. They just want you to stare at a phone. I keep seeing like all these advertisements for that new iPhone 12. I think that the best solution for everybody would be to break their phones. Do you think they're going to do that? I mean, really, like, if everybody did that, what control could they have? I mean, really, think about it. If everybody just, I saw this really compelling video with Woody Harrelson, of all people, who was trying to tell people that, those that run the industries and the corporations that are poisoning our food and fucking with the technology to get us hooked, he's just saying, just stop. Support your local businesses. I know that's really hard right now, right? I mean, there's a lot that you can do. And I wish that people were more, think outside the box about it. This friend of mine in Los Angeles, she's very self-motivated. Her industry, she's a chef, and her industry's been completely shut down since March, but she's still making it out in Los Angeles. So, anybody can do it. They just have to try harder and think in a way that, is kind of unheard of, I guess. The DIY approach, a lot of people can't handle it because they're so used to, doing everything a certain way. Now me, I'm very minimalist. I'm a very simple person, because I'm a very complex. My mind is complicated, so it's I need to be as minimalist as possible. That's one of the reasons why I still have a flip phone. But the thing is, I'm satisfied with just some shit job. I'm satisfied with a measly paycheck. I don't need to make a bunch of money. As long as I can pay my bills, I'm fine with it. I mean, I don't even know why people save money. Because, if they don't do anything with it, then it's just a waste, Now, I will say that, just wasting money, that sucks. And I've definitely done that a lot in my life. But I've gotten to a point, since I changed my political beliefs, where I just started to notice, wow, I'm actually conserving my money. Isn't that crazy? It's almost like a shitty way of life is a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're so convinced that you can't stop doing something that you won't stop. But it's possible to change. You just have to want it, and you have to try, and you have to stay motivated. Even when you're, pressured to do the opposite and go back to what you're used to. That's what I was thinking about when it comes to pot. I'm so used to smoking pot. It's boring. It's not teaching me anything. Initially, when I was smoking it when I was younger, it was because it actually was teaching me a lot about myself. And I learned how to deal with my brain disease. I learned how to deal with that in a way that made sense to me. And I accepted the fact that, people aren't going to understand me. And that's fine. And I think it's a lot harder whenever you're doing what you're told to do and it's still not working. If you do what you want to do and it doesn't work, at least you're okay, well, I got to try something new. But it's when you're doing what you're told, you take the advice that you're given and it still doesn't work, then you feel shit out of luck because you're man, I really am fucked. This seems to help everybody else. But let me tell you something, folks. I have never met a person on psychiatric medication that is happy because they're on psychiatric medication, okay? They say they need that to function, and then they have to get their medication changed because it's literally designed to not work. It's literally designed to just keep you hooked on it. And, people will fight me tooth and nail on that because it's unconventional. My lifestyle is unconventional. The way I look at things is unconventional. But, look at me, baby. I'm so much happier. I'm not bragging about how cool it is to
be on 5 pills a day, okay? Like, the majority of people that I do stand-up comedy with are on 5 pills a day. And that could possibly be why their comedy blows, you know? They don't have anything interesting to say because they're all just medicating. And so they don't have experience to draw from. And no, I'm not one of those people that says, oh, well, some people need it. Fuck you. You're the problem with this world. You are. Because you're inconvenienced, right? You're inconvenienced by your crazy brother, or you're inconvenienced by your crazy cousin. Whenever you have to see them over the holidays and they're talking their crazy conspiracies. Oh, that's so inconvenient, isn't it? I mean, go jump off a cliff. You know? Like, I think that the majority of industries and corporations and, you know, pieces of garbage, they get all of their power from the sheep to keep buying into their bullshit. And people like me that try to tell them, like, yeah, it's all about the money. Kerching, kerching. They don't care if you... They don't care if you do that. They don't care if you shoot a bunch of people. They don't care if you stab a bunch of people. They don't care if you hang yourself in the garage. They don't care. That doesn't concern them. Because they have, like, thousands of people that are just like you that will still buy into their bullshit, you know? So, it's, collateral damage. Is that the right terminology? Something like that. I just don't care. None of these people selling you anything. They don't care about you. I don't even know you, but I care about you more than these pieces of shit because I don't have money to make off you. I don't want to make money off you anyway. But I don't understand how people can't see that. Look. Y'all know I love birds. Hello. I'm so jealous of birds. Y'all have no idea how much I want to fly. Hopefully we can do that shit in heaven. Alright. I think you guys know what I mean, though. If you watch this, I mean, I'm pretty sure that the reason why a lot of people unsubscribe to me isn't just about, you know, my feelings on Trump. I think it has a lot more to do with my feelings on the psychiatric field, you know. Because people can't take that criticism, you know. Because it is a significant part of people's lifestyle. And, I mean, I am criticizing people for that. I am calling people weak. I'm calling people stupid. I'm calling people simple-minded. If they can't see the obvious bullshit of this, they're not paying any attention. And they're definitely not paying attention in their own life. I don't know if I told you guys this, but there was this former coworker of mine who told me that, like, the antidepressant that he was on was, like, negatively affecting the way that he was urinating. And I looked at him and I was like, are you really that scared of your depression that you're not going to pee right? Also that you don't have to cry sometimes? I mean, that's just so weak, man. The fact that it has those kind of side effects doesn't scare you? I can't cry, I can't come, I can't pee right. Yeah, you probably should kill yourself. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. But I'm the crazy one, right?